Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video, but I guess it still kind of goes in with sports, depending on what you think it is. But I want to do this video, and I'm sorry if you guys don't like it. It's primarily a sports channel, so this may only be the only kind of its type, but here is why you should become a lifeguard during the summer. And here I'm gonna list a lot of reasons why. I'm gonna list like pros and cons. I'm gonna list my experiences. A lot of it's gonna be based on just my experiences. Some of it's gonna be facts. Some of it's gonna be that kind of stuff. So let's get into the video. Okay, so here's I was a lifeguard over the summer, as you guys may know, or you may not know. But yes, I will not reveal the place. But it was a pretty good sized theme park. I'm just gonna leave it at theme park. And it was a really fun job. I will say that. It was really, really fun. I loved the people there. The people there were so nice. The supervisors were so freaking amazing at their jobs. There wasn't and we were really well trained. There wasn't a lot of saves that we had to go in for that, on a daily basis. So people kind of kept to their own sides of where they could stand and swim. Yes, we did have some saves, but towards the end we had no saves for 8 days in a row, which I feel like that may be a new kind of record. But it's a really fun job. The people are amazing, and I don't know if that goes for every single place, but generally I believe that lifeguards are freaking just great people. They're trained in first aid and CPR. And the CPR includes AR, FBAO, and that kind of stuff. And you have to learn how to do it on an infant and a child and an adult as well. So, in a lot of places, they have classes that you can do it. A lot of, not places, but a lot of pools, they have classes that you can do it. Just ask a pool manager or a pool employee what days that they have it. And if they don't know, they'll probably ask. Just ask around and try and find out if you are interested in becoming a lifeguard, because it's a really fun summer job. And it was really freaking fun for me, which I need a really fun summer. I had a very bad kind of few months before that, and I have my summers, before that really weren't up to par. But this was a fun summer. I took the job seriously, but it was a job that you could pretty much always see me smiling at, unless I was pissed off at something, which happened a few different times. I loved the job. I definitely would have come back next year had I not made my decision up beforehand that this is going to be a one-off year and I was going to go into my regular career after that, which, if you don't know that, it's web design. So yeah, lifeguarding is a great fulfilling job. It's a lot of places, they're really well trained. There's an online class for how I was trained, but there's an online portion, then there is an in-person portion, and then there's a written test for the final. I aced the final, by the way. But lifeguarding, it's a lot of sitting around. It's probably 90% sitting around and that kind of stuff, and that can get boring. But you have to pretty much make sure that you're always watching water, always scanning, always looking for people that might need help. If you think that they need help, you need to jump in and save them, because you of course are considered a first responder, and it is your job to go in for them and save them. So swimming is preferred. I did know a guard that didn't know. I guess she was a dispatcher or something, but she didn't really know how to swim that well, so we kind of made fun of her for that. But swimming is definitely preferred. You need to know how to go down and get a berth from the lowest place in your pool and do a berth shred. You need to be able to swim in under 5 minutes a a length of 200 meters. I think it's either meters or feet. I can't remember, but yeah. So the class, it's easy if you make it easy on yourself by learning and listening up, and not goofing off and taking it seriously. Um, and also, this is something I don't want to forget about. You will get hit on as a lifeguard. It's really sexualized, whether you're a guy or girl. I was a guy and I still got hit on. If that leaves you to anything, but yeah, you will get hit on. Hit on. It's not a matter of if, you will. You just gotta deal with that professionally. You gotta make sure that you're just really nice about it, really sweet about it, professional about it, and when you're rejecting them, be nice and be let them down easy. And if it keeps happening, just say F it and go get a manager, go get a supervisor, and let them deal with it so that you can get on with doing your job. Because the most important part of your the lifeguarding experience is doing your job and always making sure that your job is done correctly. Take the job seriously, please. But it was a great summer job. There's great people there. The guests were freaking amazing, very understanding. And it's just overall a nice little job to have. A good little paycheck. It's a good little certification to have on your resume. I don't want to be talking too long, but it's very, very cool job to have in the summertime. You can only be a lifeguard at 16, so if you're 15 under that, I'm sorry, Chief, you can't be a lifeguard. But it's a really cool job, really different experience from the jobs I've had in the past, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was a great summer. I'm not gonna shout out names, but people, but the people were really cool there. They would talk to you and joke around with you. I never did this, and I don't think I was really ever invited to do this personally, but they would hang out outside of work. We'd take pictures with each other and post it. So it wasn't all just a professional, no bullshit, job. Most places on your breaks will let you, which a lot of the place I was at gave you 2 breaks usually for every shift you worked. That would equate to a break about every 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. It's a really fulfilling job. You feel like you're doing a good service, and people feel safer with you there, and most people are very understanding and won't bother you when you're looking in on the clock. They'll usually just leave you be unless they really need something. They'll try and find somebody that's on break or just walking around if they need something. Because the most important part is you keep your focus on that water and make sure everything's fine, everything's good and jolly. And I have to say, it wasn't the experience I thought I was going to have. I thought I was going to be frustrated, which I was frustrated at times, but that was just because of the different things. I'm not going to mention what actually happened here, but different things happened that kind of frustrated me. One of the things I think I can mention is that people just, towards the end, didn't really want to show up, and that made our sits a lot longer because they have to adjust and make sure everything's there, and they had to close some stuff. So, adjusting that stuff, and it made 2 40 sits, which were just annoying because those are hella long. I would remember each person that doesn't show up, one person doesn't get a break, and that's not just unfair to the people that are having to make the corrections to the holes by in the schedule, but it's also unfair to the guards. It's unfair to the patrons because the guards may be a little bit more on edge. So please feel free to get the job, but if you do get the job, please show up for your shifts. Overall, it was a great experience. I have very positive views on that, and I have very positive views of the place. I have very positive views on the job. I rate it about a 10 out of 10. There weren't really that many complaints that I could make about the job. I overall, like, you could find me smiling a lot in that chair. It was a rare occasion that you saw me not a smiley person, and I worked with some people that were always smiling. It was very fun, very like laid back atmosphere at times. Um, if you're doing your job, it's laid back and it's cool, and like the super will leave you alone. But if you like mess up, they'll correct you and that kind of stuff. So don't think it's just gonna be a job where you're just like on your phone in the chair and miss stuff. Well, number one, why would you even want to bring your phone to the chair? Because if you have to jump in, it's gonna ruin the phone. So it's not that great to have it on you. Just keep it in the break room. Keep it in your bag. But that's basically why you should become a lifeguard. I don't want to make the video too long, but those are my views. Those are the facts and everything. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.